Hello and welcome to the John Ark Show. Today's episode is called The Devil's Breath is Being Used on Banking Executives. Before we begin, I want to encourage you to subscribe to our channel for free. You can also like, comment, and follow us. We're going to have a lot of great celebrity interviews coming up, so make sure to click on that notification bell so you can be notified every time we upload a new episode. Also, we ask that you post a link to today's show on all your social media to help get the word out about our show. Now, let's get started. There's a new scam in the world of cons that is designed to lower a victim's defenses and make it easier for the con to rip them off. Here's how it works. One of the things that prevents most people from getting easily ripped off or conned is the fact that they simply don't trust people that they don't know, because they obviously may try to rip them off, so they remain very, very guarded. Because they have their guard up, it protects them from getting ripped off. It just stands to reason. But there is now a new drug being brought into the U.S. called scopolamine, or the devil's breath. And this solves all the problems that criminals and con people have. All a criminal or con man has to do is blow some of this devil's breath powder into your face or put it in a drink of yours, and the victim loses all their ability for independent thought and independent action, and they will listen and do whatever you ask them to. They lose their ability to say no. I know this sounds like something out of a cartoon, but it is not. It has been ravaging South America for decades, and now it's made its way here on a large scale. So if somebody blows some scopolamine in your face and then says, "Take me to your bank and withdraw all your money and bring it to me," then you will gladly do so. It's almost hypnotic in its ability to get people to do anything you want them to do. In South America, they use it to get strangers to give them all their money or all their belongings. They also use it to get women to willingly sleep with them with no resistance or reluctance at all, and no memory of doing so after the effects were off. That's the interesting thing. But now that it's being brought to America, they figured out a new series of cons to use it with. These cons involve beautiful women spraying the devil's breath powder into somebody's face or pouring it into their drink. And who are they doing this with? They're doing it with high-level corporate executives, high-level banking officials, politicians, bank employees, athletes, professional athletes, and many, many others. The idea is to use this powder in a drink and then manipulate them into doing something which will benefit the woman and her team of criminals. Here are some of the unconfirmed rumors that we're hearing. We're hearing that the devil's breath is being used on some professional athletes to get them to throw games that the criminals have bet on. It's being used on senior banking officials to get them to wire large amounts of money overseas to the accounts of these criminals. And then, after the effects were off, they have no memory of doing so. It's being used on high-level executives in the stock market to get them to manipulate the market in the favor of these criminals. It's being used on the security staff to get them to facilitate the kidnapping of a family member or rival competitor. It's reportedly being used to commit crimes that would have been impossible before. Supposedly, once under the effect of scopolamine or the devil's breath, people will surrender their Bitcoin passwords to vast amounts of money. And this all happens with no violence at all. We heard a rumor that one person got a victim to give high-level jobs to some of his people so that they could help manipulate that company very effectively. One of the benefits of committing crimes this way is that once a victim does the bidding of the criminal under the influence of scopolamine and then falls asleep, when they wake up a day or 2 or even 3 days later, they don't remember much of anything. So they may get nauseous, and on rare occasions, if the criminal sprays too much scopolamine in their face, they may never wake up again. They may just die in their sleep. But if the bank shows them video of them withdrawing their money from the bank, the victim still doesn't remember anything. They're watching themselves on the video screen, seeing themselves taking money out, and they have no recollection of doing so. So why is this a problem now? Haven't we always had major crimes in this country? Of course we have. But this is different. It's different because the victims often don't remember anything afterwards. There's often no criminal evidence that anyone did something to them unless it's caught on surveillance video. Do you know that in a lot of larger apartment buildings and hotels now, when foreigners check into to their room, check into their hotel room or their apartment or their Airbnb. Do you know that the doormen are now trained to make sure that when that foreigner goes out in the evening for a drink, that when he comes back, he's not accompanied by somebody else. If he comes back with a hot woman, they just assume she's bringing him in there under the effect of scopolamine. And a lot of the times, they will not allow her to come in. Now, if somebody compromises a policymaker, a regulator, a politician, and gets them to do something they wouldn't ordinarily do, then that would be catastrophic. One of the biggest problems here is that the devil's breath renders passwords meaningless. You know, with one blast of the devil's breath in your face, you'll surrender the password to anything. Now, this is a huge problem for the world of for passes. It means that any bank account, any work file, anything or everything that requires a password can be obtained very easily from someone like this. The devil's breath may end up causing some of the biggest crime waves we have ever seen. So be careful out there, people. Thank you for watching. I want to encourage you to subscribe to our channel for free. You can also like, comment, and follow us. We're going to have a lot of great celebrity interviews coming up, so make sure to click on that notification bell so you can be notified every time we upload a new episode. Also, we ask that you post a link to today's show on all your social media to help get the word out. Thank you, and we shall talk to you soon. Bye-bye.